What got you interested in this to begin with?
Well, I used to have a very large work comp practice in North Central Florida. I had a large firm, a large number of employees, and I noticed a pattern. About 60 of our clients were found to be malingerers by this one doctor, and he was Harvard educated, very smooth, and he was given the same test, and it was the MMPI, the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory. So Dr. Hunter, my husband, was going to the Mayo Clinic, and he was going to be administering some board certification tests. And I knew Dr. Butcher, who created the test, was in Minneapolis. So I reached out to him and said, hey, will you come hang out with me at the airport? I just want to go over this test with you. And God bless him. He did. He didn't charge me. He spent half the day. He interpreted my own MMPI. And when he explained the test to me, I realized, oh my God, they've been lying all along. This witness clearly misrepresented what took place. In fact, Dr. Butcher signed an affidavit on that case saying if that doctor had been a student, he would have flunked him.
Oh,
and
wow.
so I realized, oh my God, it's worse than what we thought. And so I decided to take other tests and reach out to the creators of these other tests to see how they were being manipulated. And then one day I came home and I told my husband, I said, I want to just cross-examine doctors and I'm probably not going to make any money in it. And he said, do it. And so I started showing up at depositions where no one knew me, including the plaintiff's lawyer. The court reporter knew enough to call me and say, Dr. So-and-so is being deposed. I'd show up. I'd say, I'm going to take the depo. And they're like, who the hell are you? But ultimately, I ended up doing that. And so it got bigger and bigger. And then David Ball started calling me at home at night and yelling at me, saying, David Ball, the jury consultant, saying, you've got to write a book, damn it, you've got to do it. And I kept saying, I hate writing. And finally, I said, if you quit yelling at me, if I write it, will that work? And he said, yeah, I'll stop. So I started writing the book, and it basically was years and years worth of various types of misrepresentations that these people did. And in the process, I began to research the backgrounds of the doctors. And my office manager at the time was a young man named Andrew Zimmerman. Andrew's very smart. He said, I'll work for you for 1 year. And then at the end of the year, he said, look, I want to go out and compete with you. I want to research these expert witnesses and get their backgrounds because I think that they're lying about even their degrees. And I said, do it. Great, because I didn't like that part of it. So he created a company. He's got a bazillion employees now. It's called ZS Information Group, and they do deep dives on defense experts. And in fact, I use them now. And recently we got a report from them where they said the defense expert didn't have the degree he said he did. And ultimately he admitted in deposition that he bought it online and the university never heard of him.
Oh, wow.
And that happens 40% of the time.
40% of the time?
40% of the time.
Misrepresentations are buying online.
Well, I don't know, but misrepresentations, it's more prevalent if somebody has a non-MD because the states vet MDs better, but PhDs, master's levels, it's shocking. One guy said he had a PhD in psychology. It was PE. Oops.
Well, you know.
Yeah, right. And one of the things we also do, which I encourage lawyers to do, is you write for the state file on every witness. We had one witness that was used by the defense a lot, and we got the state file, and there was a little handwritten note. You have to read every page. It said the witness, that the doctor was fired for stealing from the poor patient's medical fund to pay for, can you guess?
Drugs or women?
Women, prostitutes. And I asked him about it. He got up, walked out, never came back. Oops.
Wow.
Another guy was arrested for urinating on his wife, not once, but twice. Yeah.
How do you find this stuff?
Well, what we started doing is actually writing for criminal records from the police department on the witnesses. And we're finding, oh my God, this stuff is crazy. Another witness in Florida, when we did that, we found out that he assaulted a videographer. He jumped across a table and tried to assault a plaintiff's doctor who had a cardiac condition. Very, very strange stuff out there. It's pretty shocking. We now go on mugshots.com, and that's how we determined that one witness was arrested for trying to smuggle cocaine on an airplane right after 911 when security was at its greatest. And he said, oh shit, I'll throw it away. Oh, that fixes everything.
Yeah.
Fine, no problem.